Have you ever found yourself reading to different accounts of the same event and wondering why one felt so much more impactful or left you with a vastly different understanding? It is almost as if the writer themselves was whispering in your ear, guiding your thoughts. The direct answer is a resounding yes. Authorial voice profoundly impacts a text's meaning. It is not just about the literal information presented, but, crucially, about the distinctive personality and perspective woven into the very fabric of the writing. This voice acts as a powerful lens, shaping how readers interpret every word and concept. Authorial voice encompasses the unique stylistic fingerprint an author leaves on their work. This involves their consistent choices in vocabulary, often referred to as diction, and the characteristic patterns of their sentence structures, known as syntax. It also includes the prevailing tone, which can range from humorous and informal to somber and highly academic, alongside the overarching perspective that informs the narrative. For instance, a writer employing a precise and detached voice might enforce a sense of objective reporting, inviting readers to draw their own conclusions. Conversely, a voice laden with sarcasm or irony could subtly, or not so subtly, critique the very subjects it describes, thereby injecting layers of meaning that challenge surface-level understanding. These stylistic decisions directly influence how characters are perceived, how events resonate emotionally, and how central themes are developed and understood. The author's voice often works independently of, though it can also overlap with, the voice of a specific narrator or character within the story, adding another dimension to its complexity. It establishes narrative distance and dictates the emotional landscape for the reader. To effectively analyze the impact of authorial voice, begin by carefully observing consistent patterns in an author's word choice. Note any recurring imagery or distinctive figures of speech they employ. Pay close attention to the typical length and complexity of their sentences, and how these choices contribute to the overall rhythm and flow of the text. Consider the pervasive emotional tone conveyed throughout the work. Ask yourself how these stylistic elements collectively create a recognizable authorial presence. Look for moments where the author seems to offer an overarching commentary on the events or characters, even when not explicitly stating an opinion. A key concept for understanding this impact is the implied author. This is the conceptual persona or the set of values, beliefs, and attitudes that the text itself projects, which may not be identical to the biographical author but is constructed entirely through their authorial voice. Recognizing this implied author helps us to move beyond a simplistic reading of the plot and grasp the deeper intentions, underlying arguments, and thematic nuances the text truly aims to communicate. It provides a more sophisticated analytical framework. By actively identifying and critically analyzing an author's distinct voice, you unlock richer layers of textual meaning, significantly deepen your critical understanding of the work, and gain invaluable insight into the nuanced messages being communicated beyond the literal plot. This approach transforms reading into a more dynamic, engaged, and ultimately more rewarding intellectual exercise, allowing you to appreciate the artistry behind the words.